Just a few years ago, you would need to have a full mining farm in your apartment in order to generate some passive income in crypto. But that is not the case anymore, because this website has absolutely changed the game. And logo get us on the capitalist ending today's video, I'm about to take you from 0 to 100. In terms of crypto mining, I'm going to walk you through the entire process, and we're going to start from scratch. If you have never even set up a Bitcoin wallet before, that is not going to be an issue. But perhaps most significantly, we're not going to purchase any expensive mining stuff. We do not need any technical equipment because we're going to outsource most of our work. Not only that, but I'm also going to help you choose the best coin to start mining so that he can make all the way up to $1,500 automatically on a daily basis. However, quick disclaimer, I'm going to need your patience because this process will take time and everything unless you're able to pay close attention and be 100% focused. This method may not be for you. It is not too complicated technically, but it requires patience and focus. So if you think you've got builds and you're eager to give this method a try, then all you have to do is simply drop us a like, hit that subscribe button, and we can dive right into it. Now guys, here to give you some sort of context. Basically, Bitcoin mining is the process by which new Bitcoins are entered into circulation, but that is not available solely for Bitcoin. And there are some other cryptocurrencies as well it can be mined. It is true, however, that not all cryptocurrencies can be mined, so you need to pay close attention to that. There are a lot of websites that promise to pay in a certain cryptocurrency by helping you mine that, and it is not even mined level, so you need to make sure you do your proper research before starting this process. But do not worry, I'm going to help you out with that as well. And having that the mind moving over to step number 4 method, I want you to simply go over to google.com and type in multiple coins in the search bar, hit enter, and you should have a lot of different results. As you can see here that sub 4 by market cap are Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, and Litecoin. However, the list does not stop there, and as you can see, there are dozens of cryptocurrencies that can be mined. And at this point, you've got 100% freedom. You can choose any particular cryptocurrency in this lease, and the process we are covering today can be applied. But in my case, I'm going to go for Monero just to illustrate the process. This is a really interesting cryptocurrency that I have been following for quite some time now, so let me actually do that. As of right now, the price of XMR is about $200, adding to the equation the fact that he's got a market cap of about $3.5 billion. It is definitely worth a try. And so to keep things simple at this point, you've got a decent understanding of what crypto mining is, a very basic understanding, but you don't need much more than that. You have also selected a cryptocurrency that can be mined. So the next thing you need to do, and step number 2 of our method, is going to be creating a wallet for that particular coin. And in the case of Monero, the easiest thing they can do is connect to mymonero.com. And Neza developers have described this is the simplest way to use the next generation private digital currency will narrow at a sweet spot between security, convenience, and features. Now guys, setting up an account on any of these classrooms is for the most part going to be a piece of cake. Virtually all you have to do is download the app on your device, be a Windows device. In this case, create an account by entering in your credentials, and you're all set at this point. You've got to set an address for that particular wallet and that cryptocurrency that you're interested in mining, and that is going to be an essential part of our process, because unless you set up your Bitcoin wallet or crypto wallet correctly, you will not be able to start mining, and you're just wasting your time. And so, before you move over to step number 3, make sure that step number 2 is successfully completed. And so the next step is going to involve doing some research on your own. Now I'm going to help you out if you choose more narrow. I'm going to provide you with a few different options that you can connect to a few different websites you can start using in order to mine that particular cryptocurrency. And the easiest one to use is going to be nanopool.org. As you can see, this is going to be pretty straightforward as soon as you connect to their home page, because it is going to have different cryptocurrencies labeled in this list. And you can click on Quick Start Internet to start the mining process. At this point, this is all going to be a 4-step process. The first thing you need to do is download the miner, extract the archives to any folder, configure them on there, and that is also going to be a piece of cake, and eventually execute Nanominer. EXE and collect your earnings. Remember, this is all passive income, and you don't have to be actively involved. You don't have to check the process every now and again, because it is going to work in the background without even bothering you. And if you're ready, simply click on Start Mining, and there you have it. However, this is not the most efficient miner as you might expect. And instead of that, we're going to use a deeper websites in a different miner. And in my case, it is going to be over at xnrig.com. Now the description is going to be pretty elaborate, but the main takeaway here is that it is going to use your CPU, so your processor is powered in order to mine these particular cryptocurrency. So that means that you won't have to purchase any equipment. You don't need to purchase any extra thing. Equipment in order to start the process. You can use your built-in power in order to take advantage of this method. And the best part is that it will not even slow down your device all that much. And in case you want to go more in depth about the technical aspect of these processors, you can even go over to Home. And that is going to provide you with a full list of processors and their hash rates. As you might expect, different CPU are going to have different results. And now guys, once you've done the research and you've got yourself a list of different miners you can start using, I want you to take a look at this particular key step of the process. I want you to make sure that they are trustworthy and they are no wasting your time or infecting your device with malware. And the absolute easiest way to get verified that would be by going over to places like reddit.com, where people can freely express themselves and make sure that the particular software that you have used is legit. And as you can see here, the opinions are not that mixed. Most people are actually seeing that these regular miner is legit. However, you can do your own research and make sure it is worth your time and it is stress-worthy. At this point, you have chosen a particular cryptocurrency that you're interested in and can be mined. You have found some pieces of software that are worth your time, but you want to make sure that it is also worth it in terms of the money you can generate. So the last thing I want you to do, and the last step of today's process, would be connecting to places like CryptoCompare.com and check whether or not these cryptocurrency is going to yield the same results. And in the case of Monero, that is going to yield about $30 per month. Now that is not an amazing figure. However, the results are also going to highly depend on the device you are using. And I genuinely think that the best approach would be using your standard computer in order to start mining these cryptocurrency. And once you generate some cash, once you collect some earnings, you can reinvest in order to perhaps purchase another computer, another processor, and that is going to maximize your profit. And in case you have multiple devices, that is going to be even better because you can even double or triple your earnings. And if we are talking about XNrig, this piece of software can actually be used on a mobile device, so you don't necessarily have to use it on your computer. As you can see right over here, they've got a version for macOS, and if you want to install it on your Android device, you can start using Linux on your device that is not too hard to implement and download the Ubuntu version. And this is all open source. So you can actually check out what is happening behind the greatness if you've got that knowledge. However, if you're just starting out, I suggest that you simply give it a try and see whether or not that is worth your time. And it is worth it in terms of the money you can make from my experience when there is a really interesting cryptocurrency. And the reason I chose it in order to illustrate through this process is that I think it's got a huge upside potential. You never know what is going to happen next. Any futures to earn your crypto by mining it so in a passive manner, you don't even care about the fluctuations that happen in the market. And so regardless of whether or not the market is bearish or bullish, if it goes up or down, You don't care about that, you're still making money. And instead of risking your own cash by investigate in a cryptocurrency that you don't even know much about, you can trade your time for cryptocurrency, and that is going to be a better deal. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, you don't necessarily have to go for Monero. You can go for any mintable cryptocurrency. Make sure it can actually be mined. Perhaps even take the time to read their white paper, because you're going to find a lot of useful resources in there as well. And guys, trust me, research is going to be key when it comes to picking the right group that currency. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Take action, and now we'll see you next time.